everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the results of my Bakuzetsu Kansha multi-gacha celebrating the 6-year anniversary of Monster Strike. Of course this is not live because, of course I do have two accounts, my main and my tablet, that you guys are well aware of. However, I do have two coworkers who are nice enough to have the game installed and help me out with certain events, only the free events, and basically let them pull on their accounts on their phones. They both used to play in the NA version, so you know they do miss it once in a while. They don't actually play the Japanese version, but they are nice enough to keep the Japanese game on their accounts and help me out on instances like these. So let's go over how this works real quick. If you are still confused, here's the video for you. Here's how it works: is you have to if you want to do co-op, it must be local, which means you have to be actually physically nearby those devices. So while they did change it last year so that you could do friend co-op without using line, that does not apply here. You do have to be physically nearby to take advantage of the co-op. And the reason why you'd want to do the co-op is because you can get a maximum of 4 characters. We'll go into how that works in a little bit. But to actually pull on this, you need to get the Nijidama from your present box. It is delivered to you for free, so you do have to collect it from the box. And that Nijidama expires on November 10th, 3:59 a.m. Japan time. So make sure you pull it from your box by then. Once you pull it out, then you will be able to go to the gacha screen and see a button there, which will let you gacha. The co-op version is available until November 17th, 11:59 a.m. Solo is available until the 18th. So do keep in mind that the final date is slightly different if you want to co-op. Do not miss out on this. This is a very good opportunity to get some good monsters. So do not forget. There's no reason to wait, honestly. So I would do it. Well, that's not true. If you are thinking about pulling on other gachas, you know, the Choju Shinsai, Gekiju Shinsai, Legends and Guardians will be coming and going before this goes away. So if you want to, you know you're going to pull on that, you want to see what happens there before you pull, that is certainly an option, but I mean, forgetting is the worst thing you can do, so just keep that in mind. Alright, let's go to the screens real quick. I didn't capture this first part on my video, so I took the screenshots from the official page. So once you get the Nijidama from the present box, you'll be able to see this screen on the gacha page. And the important thing here is the one on the left, the orange button, is to do co-op gachaing. Right? If you want to do it with multiple people, and you should, click the orange button. If you want to do solo, use the blue button. Now, there is a bug right now where it seems like if you do solo, there's a chance that the game will crash on you. If that is happening to you, or you know somebody that is happening to you, tell them to go to their friend, not their friend list, their team list, right? Where you decide what team you're going to bring to the stages, and make sure that the active deck is set to the first one. And that's just basically make sure when you swish through the teams, you go to deck 1, and then go back to the home screen, and then make sure that the home screen is displaying the 3 monsters that are in your first deck. I feel like there's some kind of like issue where it tries to do co-op, but it doesn't work, and there's no fallback, so it dies on you. So if it's the first deck, that is your normal fallback deck, so it just works. It's a complete guess, but as a programmer, I bet that's the reason why. Anyways, once you click that button, then you can start hosting the gacha or join a gacha. If you're going to be the host for the other 3 players, you click the orange button on the screen, and this orange button will start the hosting. All the 3 other characters, members in your group, should be clicking the green button here, and they will join your co-op. And they'll be searching locally to see if there's any host available. It should find it. Click that icon, and then you'll be able to join the co-op gacha as if you were going on a quest. Keep in mind, you do not join on the homepage screen, okay? You have to join from this page first. You click the orange button to start the co-op gacha. Then you click the orange button here to join, alright? Alright, once you do that, then it'll do one last confirmation screen where it's saying, okay, here are your 4 members. Are these the actual 4 people that you want to gacha with? You know, because maybe you were in Japan and some random person joins your group and you actually wanted to play with your friends, right? So this is your last chance to make sure, all right? Hit the button on the left to say, yes, I want to start gachaing, and everybody will be able to start. Now, I said briefly how this works. So, okay, so let's say we got Lorelai here and her three friends, Lucy, Jekyll and Hyde, and Mana. We got all together. We're having pizza, bowling. We're enjoying our time. And you know what? We're ready to go. And so then, once we join that screen, right? We saw the screen here. We click this. All right, I'm hosting. Lorelai hosts. She hits the orange button. Mana, Jekyll, and Lucy hit the green button. They join. It's like, all right, we're good. And so now you're going to be put onto an element screen. You can pick one of 5 elements: fire, water, light, wood, or dark. And everybody can pick whatever they want. So let's say Lorelai says she wants some wood. Lucy gets dark. Jekyll and Hyde wants water. And you know what? Mana also wants wood. There's no limit as to what element you can pick. So everybody is presented with their own gacha screen. So everybody gachas separately. And everybody picks their own monster. It's like, okay, I'll pick that one, pick on that one. Right? So each player picked 1 out of 6. Now, if you are actually nearby, you can yell at each other, say, oh, I want this. No, I don't have that. I already have 4 of that copy. I don't want another one. Feel free to argue. But, you know, ultimately, it is that person's choice, right? And so, once you have picked those 4 monsters, everybody in the group gets the selected monster by each individual, right? Lorelai will get the one in green, purple, blue, and light green, right? So does Lucy, so does Jekyll and Hyde, and so does Mana. And that is why co-oping with 4 people in total is very good. Because if there's only 2, you're only going to get 2 people. If you only do 3, you're only going to get 3. If you do solo, you're only going to get the one you pick. So it is possibly a little difficult to find people. Maybe you have separate tablets or a separate old phone you can use to download the game. There are other means that you could also use, but I'm not going to recommend it to you because it's technically not in the terms of service, so I won't say it, but yeah, let's just end it there. Anyways, let's see the results of my polls. So, we can start with my first coworker. As you can see, he's only level 12, and despite not doing anything, he's happened to get 250 orbs in his belt, which is good. I asked him to pull light on his account, so let's see how that went. And here are the 6 monsters. We've got Don Quixote, Royce, Mato? I forget her name. We got Percival there, Rembrandt, and Monet on the bottom right. So I actually have all 3 on the bottom row. I don't have Don Quixote or that person on the top right. You know, Don Quixote didn't really impress me, so I remember this one being good, and I actually realized after the fact that I did actually got one of that very recently on my tablet. So maybe I should have gone for Don Quixote, but no, I think this was still a better choice in the end. So this was my first pick from my coworker's account. And I wish I remember. I know I wrote it down somewhere. How's it? Fugen and Monju. That's right. I think this is the Fugen part. So that was my first pick, and then my other coworker. We pulled from his account as well. Both of them have iPhone 10s. I also decided to go with light one more time, just because that really didn't go as ideally as I wanted. The video is a little bit shaky, apologize for that. But the 6 I got this time, we got Beelzebub, Isolde, Gable, Hera, Arthur, and Rembrandt once again shows up. Now of course Gable is going to have a transcension very soon, but I actually do have her on my main. The only 2 I don't have in this group is Isolde and Hera. And so I was thinking about this for a while, but I think, yeah, I went with Isolde in the end. seemed a little bit more interesting than Hera. I know Hera is more of a support character, so it was an interesting thought, but yeah, as you can see in the end, I just went with Isolde here. That's alright, I think. Not too bad. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't you guys, this is the recording from my coworker's tablet phone that caused it to not work out so well. Yeah, I don't know why I was out of sync. And then pull number 3, we go to my tablet. My tablet, you know, is like, alright, I had enough about light, let's just go for wood. So I'm pulling for wood monsters on my tablet, and here I was presented with a much more difficult decision. We got Magellan, Tourmaline, Sennorikyu, Yosen, Hotori, and Oscar. In this case, I only have 2 of these monsters, Magellan and what was it? Yosen. So those I got rid of. Tourmaline didn't seem to have anything interesting in my point of view, so I got rid of him quickly. And Sennorikyu, he was good for Paradox, but I already have 10 luck of him and I don't intend to max luck him, so I said whatever. But the problem here is, as you may remember, Hotori is one of the higher monsters that I really want. And the only reason I want her is because she has Mahjong in her form, and that's the form that came out right now. The abilities are pretty meh, right? I think it was just warp and block, but I was thinking for a long time whether or not I want to get warp and block here with a strike shot reducer. Her other form is definitely much more worth it, but Oscar has that cool strike shot where she has the Kabedon style where normally it's every time you hit a wall you get extra damage. Her strike shot is every time you hit a gravity barrier you do extra damage. And she does have just an interesting set which may come in useful, so I decided to go for her in the end. You know, I was debating for a long time whether or not I wanted to go for Hotori or not, just because of the Kokushimuso that she has there. It's pretty awesome. You know, I've won with Kokushimuso and Mahjong before. It feels awesome, but I decided to wait a little bit, so yeah, went with Oscar there. And last but not least, my main wanted to just finish it off with wood again. Hey! This means I'm guaranteed a limited monster, whether it's, you know, Green Fantasy, Geki Jushinsai, Choju Shinsai. And yes, I couldn't hold in my excitement at work. I was just, yes! Yelled it right out loud. Everybody looked at me, that's fine, whatever. I just wanted to see what that was. I wasn't used to Hansel and Gretel in that form, so I was like, what is that? But yeah, no doubt, Tutankhamun is picked right away. Yes! All my accounts, both my main, both my tablet, my coworkers, they all have a Tutankhamun. Wow. I was super excited. I am so happy that I was able to get Tutankhamun. Oof. I mean, there's not much more to say about that, but yeah. And so, let me pull up the game again. Alright, so now that you've done all your pulling, then you can go. You may have to wait a little bit. It can take a while to show up in your box. You might want to restart the game to refresh that server pull, but all of the monsters that your friends picked in the co-op group will be delivered via mail. And so it's like, alright, your Altnac picked, what was her name again? Oscar. And then RRG, my other friend, picked Isolde. And Rack picked Fugen, right? Fugen. And those monsters will be magically delivered to your box. And hey, let's resort by there you go. Tutankhamun, Oscar, Isolde, and Fugen. Those are my new monsters that I've gotten from the 4th year anniversary. And you know what? Just the fact that I got Tutankhamun, I'm not going to complain at all. This is a super awesome set. Again, I mean, I feel like both Isolde and Fugen was a fairly straightforward pick. I mean, yes, I could have picked Don Quixote or Hera. I don't think I'll regret those choices. But Oscar over Hotori, that was actually one of the harder decisions, just because I've said I wanted Hotori before, but just have to get her the hard way, I guess. And of course, Tutankhamun. That is one of the main reasons why I pulled Wood. It was either Tutankhamun or Gabby. Getting a second Gabby would have been awesome, but alright. Okay guys, that is it for me today. Let me know how your special 6-year anniversary pulls went. Let me know below. Maybe I'll cheer on your awesome results. I've seen a lot of people get some, multiple limiteds, some really strong ones too. So if you were able to hit the jackpot there, congratulations to you. If not, at least they were free, right? Alright, that's it for me today. Thank you. Bye bye.